Alright. Well, this is my almost finalized Mod 19 Arbiter build. Yeah, let's get right into it. Attributes, Dex, Intellect, Crit Severity, Magical Damage Boost. Gear, I'm running Lion Guard Helmet, Fiend Forged Hide, Lion Guard Arms, Rust Iron Leggings still. If your healer is not up to par or doing bad, switch that out with Fiend Forged Gators. Um, you know, whatever they do. For 5-second combat, you gain 200 power. This effect may stack up to 2,400. Blah blah blah. 24 times. You gain 1% damage against demons, devils, and fiends. For all the modifications like reinforcement kits, power, crit strike, all that jazz, you'd want to run HP now. You want your HP to be over 500k or more. Yep. For main hand, offhand, running Lionheart. I was going to be interested in doing the new trial, but honestly, the Zariel set isn't even all that. Can't really compare. I mean, it's probably only like 1% better or something like that. But yeah. So, still using Lionheart. For my weapon enchantment, I'm running Vorpal enchantment with power. My armor enchantment, I'm running Blood Theft. Right? It's not even maxed out. Look at it. It's just purple. But if you want a safer bet, I'd probably run Bark Shield still. Bark Shield still best in slot for defensive survivability. And we are running overloads now. I mean, overloads are pretty good. For the overloads you really need is if you guys did do Hell Pit event, or you guys got the box of 5 overloads choices. You can choose 5 of them. Probably get Bulwark of Brimstone just for 5% more HP. Like I said before, more HP means better in this game now. For the helmet, I'm running Rage of Flames. 5% more damage. You can't argue with 5% more damage. Helmet, Lion Guard Raid Coif. When your stamina is over 75%, your power is increased by 5,000. Arms, Lion Guard Raid Braces, which has escalating might. You gain 250 power when you strike an enemy, lose a stack when you are struck. Stacks up to 20 times. Basically an extra 5,000 power. You shouldn't be getting hit in most boss battles or anything like that. So you should always be good to go. Boots, like I said, Rust Iron Leggings. I need to put the reinforcement kit for HP on here as well, but I haven't yet. If your healer is really good, you can still run these, honestly. It really doesn't make a difference as long as you reach cap stats and your HP's good where you need to be. As long as you can survive and your healer's healing you, you should be able to run it. Utility slots, we are running all darks. All darks. Haven't switched anything out, except you got rid of tacticals this mod, running darks. Artifact set, 3 books with the music box set as the artifact equip set. Primary artifact and Venom Storyteller Journal. If you're in a debuff group, obviously you want to change this out with Charm of Serpent or Lantern or something, as long as it's debuff. For shirt and pants, running Infernal Forged with Velvet Pants. Here's my stats with just the campfire buff. I'm almost capped in combat advantage, missing a few hundred points. For the offhand modifications, crit severity and health. For the main hand, conflagrate. Alright, let's get into the powers. When it comes to AoE, I don't really switch anything. I just run Searing Javelin with Break the Spirit. So, because Break the Spirit pops Doomslayer. Doomslayer, whenever you use an encounter power inflicts negative condition on an enemy, you gain the effect of Doomslayer, increase your damage dealt by 10%. And then I run Searing Javelin with Forge Masters in case there's only one mob alive. Forge Master does a pretty good amount of damage. Dailies, I only use Guardian of Faith and Hammer of Faith. I don't really switch it out. If I'm AoEing, doesn't really make a difference. For the class features, Doomsayer and Divine Equilibrium. This also procs and your single target loadout as well. Feats, Piercing Javelin, Focus Light, Sudden Verdict, Critical Sun. These don't really matter at all. It just depends on what you want to choose if you actually use any of the dailies on here. And then Perfect Balance. I don't, like I said before, I don't switch loadouts at all when it comes to mobbing. I just keep on whatever I have and then just switch 2 encounters. That's really it. For my single target encounter, everybody should already know this. Use Prophecy of Doom, Forge Master's Flame, and Daunting Light. Don't really change it up a bit. For the at-wills, Conflagrate, Lance of Faith. Conflagrate to use for Restoring Divinity, and Lance of Faith for Burning Judgment. Burning Judgment goes with Searing Javelin, Forge Masters, and Break the Spirit is a Radiant. So yeah. Boons, running all HP and power. Keep in mind, once you unlock all your master boons, all your boons, they do give you 3 points for the master boons. So yeah, HP, nice training. For power, I am I am running Demonic Mastery. Might as well. I mean, come on now. I'm using defense boon. I can also take this off if I wanted to, but keep it on. Marathon Runner for movement speed. I don't need any stat boons besides combat advantage. Like I said, I'm not fully combat advantaged out yet, so I'm gonna keep rocking this. And choose 2 boons, basically before master boons. Action point gain and critical severity. Master boon, I'm using Focus Retaliation over Bloodlust. Yeah, you can argue with me, I really don't care, but that's what I'm using. Offense for Guild boon, I'm using Critical Severity. Defense, I'm using HP. Like I said in this mod, you want over 500k HP, at least, or more. Mount speed bonus, if you're doing any trial content, Revive Sickness boon, obviously. PvP, don't really care about that. Companions. So my primary companion is a Bullet, or yeah, Bullet Pup, whatever. Obviously 15 bondings. Enhancement, I'm using Potent Precision. Chance on hit, increase you and your companion's critical severity by 5% for 15 seconds. It depends on the ranking of your companion to get the max benefit, obviously, as it says on the bottom below it. I'm running two offensive companion equipment and 1 defensive and offensive companion equipment. Honestly, I can get rid of this empowerment and replace it with another. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, I can switch it out and probably put on a Profane, and then after that, I can honestly slot. What was that thing called? I forgot, but I can slot something to get more power. I'll remember myself eventually. For the rings, I'm running a Guiding Ring and Nickel. You can never go wrong with percent damage. Percent damage is always going to be better. Alright, so companions, back to companions. companion bonuses. This is basically for single target or my current mod 19, basically, I guess. Materi, Energon, Slime, Baby Deep Crow, and Compy. If I'm running low content like Tom or something, I'd probably, oops, sorry, this would go here. 1 second. Okay, so this will go here. Replace Slime's Insight and put more power. So now I have 8,000 more power. I could be running Owlbear, but I don't have an Owlbear, so this would be my sleeping stats. If I was running Tom, still Captain Defense, still have a bunch of power, etc., etc. I don't change much nowadays if I'm running Tom or anything. Don't really need to. Just DPS and DPS. Trust me, if you're an Arbiter, you shouldn't be struggling in damage. You really shouldn't. It's not that hard. Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, Energon for the HP. I need to rank this up to Legendary so I can get 32,000, which will probably increase this up to around, let's see, 12,000 more experience. What's 12,000 of 3%? So I get an extra 12,400 HP. Yeah. Defense for defense cap. Obviously, you can never go wrong with 5% more power, and you can never go wrong with 4% more damage. 4% more damage at this point for me is about 12,000 almost power. So for the buff food, if you have the mochi, which I don't, mochi gives you 10% power and 10% HP. This gives you, which is the Wama Sorbet, which is the one I use, 10% more power and 10% more accuracy for 30 minutes. This does not persist through death, so if you do die with it or go down, you will lose the buff. But once you put it on, this will be my base power right here, 211,000. Keep in mind, like I said before, not all of my enchantments are ranked up. I am missing a few darks to be 15s. Oh, sorry, not darks. Radiants. It's about 3 or 4. So yeah, this is my sleeping power. And if I did take this off and put on, where is it? Ebony. I mean, I know people are farming the new chest piece that gives you 10% more power, which is a scavenger chest piece. You get that from running the Terminus and the Undermountain, which gives from the essence encounters or whatever they're called for the ruins and stuff. Alright, now the mounts. Running Swarm as the primary combat power, 10k power, and obviously 140% movement speed. Stable, I'm using 2 Artificer's Persuasion, 1 Barbarian's Revelry, Gladiator's Guile, and Knight's Rebuke. These are just to keep myself alive in case, you know, the healer's not keeping me alive or I'm running stuff on myself. Artificer's Persuasion basically reduces my cooldowns by 3 seconds instead of 2. Just so you guys know, stacking Artificer is basically supposed to get halved, so it should reduce your cooldowns by 3 seconds. If it doesn't, somebody please tell me. I can change this out, honestly. Get more stats from something else. Alright. Next is appearance. Hellfire Armor, Wicked Horns, Braces of Defense, Gambler's Gaiters, and Scarf of Embellishment. Running a black and just chest piece gold. That's really it. Alright, so let's show you the rotations. So if you're in an AoE encounter, clearly, let's just say these are all the mobs in front of you. You just hit that mob right there. You see Doomsayer procced. Doesn't matter if that mob dies or anything like that. You're still getting Doomsayer no matter what, as long as the uptime's up. And yeah, that's pretty easy. You just let's see. This is how it would look if you were just obviously just doing random mobbing. Get Doomsayer proc, throw that. You know, just do what you need to do. If you need to restore Divinity, use Conflagrate. Go back at it again. That's really all you need to do. There's really no sort of hollow practice into it. You just use whatever you want, honestly. You're a fucking Arbiter, for God's sakes. You should be able to do as much damage as you need to without no problem. Look at that, 1.2 million. It really shouldn't be that hard. Alright, for single target, Prophecy of Doom, Forge Masters. Alright, and tip, if you're at boss gate and you're about to face the boss, this is how you stack Prophecy of Doom. Perfect Balance. Sunburst and Daunting Light. So you just Sunburst, Daunting Light. And you do that twice. You pop all your pots. Ooh, which I forgot to go over completely. So yeah. And then we'll Sunburst one more time. Pots. And now you have 1 minute to start the boss, basically. Each shift lasts for a minute. So yeah, like I was saying, Sorbet, superior flask potency for the 7.5% crit severity, 400 power, accuracy, and critical strike. And this also persists through death, so if you do die or anything like that, it still stays. So pop one of those. Wild Swimming Elixir for 10% more crit severity. And then Prime Rib, which gives you power and HP. So this is what you'd be looking like right now. You can obviously get more depending on if everything's maxed out. Like I said, all my stuff isn't maxed out, so yeah, if it was all maxed out, I'd be sitting around 520 something K power. HP. And yeah, so now that I'm pre-stacked, let's put on Forge Masters and 2 Conflagrate. Oh, I did lose my stacks, but yeah, we'll just start off anyways. Alright, this is just a regular beat up. So yeah, that's just a regular Prophecy of Doom right there. Nothing too special. And clearly I could have attacked more to get out more DPS out of it, but for show and tell purposes, I'm not going to do that. Alright, so back to what I was doing. So this is what your rotation would be. Then I have 2 stacks of each. Artifact, Swarm, Daily, Forge Masters, Daunting, Forge Masters, Daunting, Perfect Balance, Forge Masters, Daunting, Forge Masters, Daunting, and yep, there's a 2.8 million proc. You can clearly do it faster. Honestly, you can do it way faster. But like I said, for show and tell purposes, that's all you're gonna get. But if you wanted to do it faster, let me just show you anyways. This one would be with no artifact or mount. Just daily and rotation. Alright. So let's go. And there you go, 3.4 million. What a fast rotation. And that was without Swarm or Artifact for damage buff. And yeah, I think I went over everything. I hope I did. Let's see here. Just gotta make sure. Yep, went through that. Went through gear. Went through all that. Went through these. Went through the appearance. Went through all of this. Alright. Went through guild boons, companions. Went through mounts. Yeah. Alright, that's everything. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, peace out.